Welcome to Arizona State University's University Academic Success Programs. This video will cover the topic Factoring a Quadratic Expression.
What is a quadratic expression?
A quadratic expression is an expression of the form ax square plus bx plus c where a is not equal to 0. A, b and c are constants whereas x is a variable. In this video, we are going to learn to factor a quadratic expression. In order to factor a quadratic expression, we will follow these steps. The first step is to compare the given quadratic expression with the general form of the quadratic expression and identify a, b and c.
By general form of the quadratic expression, do you mean ax squared plus bx plus c?
Yes, that is right. We said sum equals b and product equals a times c. Now, we determine two numbers such that their sum equals b and their product equals a times c. We then determine the factors. Finally, we rewrite the quadratic expression as a product of its factors. Let us consider an example. Let us say we have to factor the quadratic expression x square plus 6x plus 8. The first step is to compare the quadratic expression with the general form of the quadratic expression and identify a, b and c. Recall that the general form of the quadratic expression is ax square plus bx plus c.
Here, a equals 1, b equals 6, and c equals 8.
Correct. The coefficient of x square, a, is also referred to as the leading coefficient. In this problem, the leading coefficient is 1. This may or may not be the case always.
Okay, the next step is to set sum equals b and product equals a times c.
Yes, in this case, sum equals b which equals 6 and product equals a times c which equals 1 times 8 which equals 8. Now, we determine two numbers such that their sum is equal to b and their product is equal to a times c.
Why do we determine two numbers?
Good question. Recall that the degree of a quadratic function is 2. That is, the maximum power the variable is raised to is 2. Hence, we would have two roots. This is the reason why we determine two numbers. Let us proceed with the problem. Sum is equal to 6 and product is equal to 8 and we have to determine two numbers that satisfy this condition. The two numbers have to be identified by trial and error only. The two numbers would be 2 and 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 2 times 4 equals 8. Thus, our sum and product conditions have been satisfied. The next step is to determine the factors. The factors would be x plus 2 and x plus 4 since the two numbers we have found out are plus 2 and plus 4. Finally, we rewrite the quadratic expression as a product of its factors. We have x square plus 6x plus 8 equals x plus 2 times x plus 4. Thus, we have completed factoring the quadratic expression.
Okay, is there any way to verify whether our answer is right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have rewritten the quadratic expression in its factored form. If we multiply x plus 2 with x plus 4, we must get back our quadratic expression given in the question if our answer is right. From our answer, we have x square plus 6x plus 8 equals x plus 2 times x plus 4. We will use the distributive law of multiplication over addition to determine the above product. We have x plus 2 times x plus 4 equals x square plus 4x plus 2x plus 8 which equals x square plus 6x plus 8. Thus, our answer is right since we get back the quadratic expression we are given in the problem.
Okay, I think I understand the concept. But to recap, in order to factor a quadratic expression, the first step is to compare the quadratic expression with the general form of the quadratic expression and identify a, b, and c. Next, we set sum equal to b and product equal to a times c. Now we determine two numbers such that their sum equals b and their product equals a times c, and determine the factors of the quadratic expression. Finally, we rewrite the quadratic expression as a product of its factors.
Perfect.